Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is Tolu Sarah Johnson, and we're here for the people who regularly listen to this podcast, and they know who they are, and they not only listen to the podcast, but they comment on the podcast, and they
Mm.
become dear friends to us. Just a bit of advice for anyone watching that have never watched this podcast before. You can do a person a real favor by liking their video and commenting on their video. If you're a member of YouTube and you can like and comment, you can really bless a person by commenting on their video and liking their video or sharing their video. And that's why people ask you to do it, because it helps them. If you want to get to know us, comment on this video and I'm sure to comment back. God bless you, and I'll hand you over to Lou. We're going to do an interview with someone from heaven.
Yeah, thank you, Mario. I welcome you, my darling treasure, and I welcome you, Jesus and Holy Spirit. I welcome Ben as well, my darling husband. And my darling treasure is my husband as well. So just to make that clear, it's Papa I'm referring to, because sometimes I do forget that some of you might not be following us, so you might not know who I meant. If you might be thinking, who is Papa as well? Papa is God. So, and then welcome Diana, Daniel, June, Bethany. Who again is in there? Sharon and the 12 teams. I especially welcome you as well, Jehovah. At least you work with me, even though you're no longer working with me. So I welcome you. Thank you for the work you did in those brief times that you were with me. And I welcome all of Matthew's beautiful wives. I welcome you all as well, both the ones on earth and the ones in heaven. I welcome you. And I welcome the inhabitants of heaven, inhabitants of earth. And of course, I especially welcome my son, Emmanuel, and Vanessa, your wife. And I welcome my dad as well. I think I'm in a welcoming mood today. So I love you all. So, who are we speaking to today?
My Facebook just tripped.
So you can't do you can't do without checking it, isn't it,
No,
Matthew?
I'm just turning it off. Yeah, so who are we speaking to today?
Guess, Matthew. You couldn't guess anyway. But you could give one try.
Michael Jackson.
No, you wish it was Michael, isn't it? Do you want to speak to Michael? If you want to speak to Michael, I can switch. I'm giving you a choice.
We can speak to the one you want to speak to.
Matthew, why don't you like saying what is actually in your mind?
I don't have healthy self-esteem, wanting things for myself.
Oh my God.
We'll talk to Michael then.
Will you love to hear from Michael?
Yeah, I'd love to hear from Michael.
Okay, let's speak to Michael then. How
So
are you, Michael?
this is Michael Jackson, and I'm very
Matthew, no
happy.
introduction. No introduction. No Jackson. Michael. If you've been following us for so long and you don't know who we are talking to, that's your cup of tea. Okay. So how are you, Michael? How are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to stay up with your songs that you write. You're a prolific songwriter, writing 4 songs a day or 5 songs a day. You're hard to keep up with, and I've got to say that I thought I had a good relationship with Jesus and God, and your song lyrics demonstrate a relationship that's far beyond mine, and I think all the serious lovers of God in heaven who've come to start to love Him and meet Him, the hundreds of people who actually knew Him and close friends of Him and loved Him for years,
Yeah.
have, it's like they were playing in a competition, and there's a new elite competition financed by big advertisers, and it's the same code of football, but it's a new competition, and
Wow.
only the elite get to play in that. And it's like so many of us aren't qualified to play in that game, and so your lyrics are showing the standard, the new standard, the new competition, and I really enjoy them. I know that I probably couldn't write the same lyrics myself of your love songs with God because they came from your heart
Mm.
and your experience. But um, you know, you may not be the best musician in the world, or you may not be the best footballer in the world, but you can
Mm.
read the autobiography of a famous footballer and see their life and see their story, see what made them great. And sometimes we just need to hear the story of someone doing great to put that into practice and emulate that ourselves. So your songs are being played in heaven, and we're endeavoring each of us to reach a new level with God. We're aware we can't marry God and be His wife, but we're aware of how close Ben is, and Ben is comparable to you in
Mm.
his relationship or more advanced in his
Yeah.
relationship, so we can all emulate Ben. So, people shouldn't disqualify themselves by saying,
Absolutely.
well, God can't have more than one wife because he can always have more Bens, close friends
Absolutely.
that love him
Absolutely.
and love every part of him and are there for him. And so it's calling us all to a new standard. It's like you're an explorer and you found a new land and you've thrown a stake in the land, you've thrown a flag in the land and said, this is Britain's land. And you're the first person there, you and Ben, have put this flag in this new land, and the people want to travel to the new land, but they have to adjust themselves to be able to live there.
Wow, Michael. I wasn't expecting that. But you know, that was not my intention when I started writing those songs. I
No, I
didn't
know you
even,
just were pouring your heart out to God and
yeah,
loving
yeah,
God, but
yeah.
you know, it's just like God's character. It's part of God's character to have double reasons for things, multiple reasons,
Mm.
and that not everyone can be Elon Musk and can have four successful companies and like pioneer different things in the world and have outstanding companies that are very successful. Not everyone can be him, but he inspires a lot of people. There's
Absolutely.
there's a lot of entrepreneurs that go into business and create ideas and get public funding and make their companies public because of the work Elon does. Millions of
Absolutely.
people there's millions of people being inspired by him. They're not necessarily him. They don't think they'll ever be him. They don't think they'll ever meet him. But they watch all the videos about him. They read the autobiography, the biography that's been written about him. They read about him. They consume all the information about him, and they model their life on that.
Mm.
And even though you started with an intention and kept the intention that you just wanted to write songs of love to God and songs of love to your husband. Uh, the songs of love to God have is your way of staking new ground in a new land. And
Wow.
everyone has watched you throw down that stake and say, as for me and my house, we're going to serve this Lord.
Wow.
And
Wow.
everyone's watching and saying, I want to be part of that. And the wives in heaven are watching you pour out your love affair with your husband, and though they might not be able to relate to every part of it, um, they know that they can refresh their husband by sharing all the good things that he did in their marriage and growing
Wow.
closer to their husband. So you're
Wow.
you're a model for relationships, both with mankind and with God.
Wow. Michael.
And I can speak like this because you're my friend.
And I can receive it. My God. What started like a way of diverting Matthew from being distracted has become something else, don't you think?
Yeah, that's like I was saying before. God has double moves in everything. You started initially to help Matthew do music, and now only 10% of the music that goes in your platform is songs from Matthew. But you learned the whole process, and God came in the back door and tricked you. Uh, but uh, but just like you started to help Matthew, you discovered the love, and just like your songs for God, you're leading the way, and it's hoped that people will come and listen to music and maybe even do AI music themselves. You've already encouraged Ron to do that, and
Yeah.
but it's important for every true faith, every true belief, every true dogma, every true way of life, to have the statement, to have the philosophy, and then to have a life that
Mm,
experiences that and can speak from experience. And you are sort of this ambassador for having a close relationship with God. And we've already established that there's not many people who live on earth, who go to churches on earth that actually even know God, that
mm-mm.
understand God. It would be really strange to the people of earth to know that God used to suffer, and
Yeah.
you've come a long way and you've helped him. But not only has your lyrics blessed Ben and blessed me. We've been blessed by seeing how you write to God and your relationship with God and your relationship with Ben. But it's improved Ben's lyrics. It's improved my lyrics. It's improved us. It's sort of your anointing has come onto us, and
Wow.
we're writing better lyrics, and you're steering the way and showing the way that the only purpose in life is to be close to God,
Wow.
is to serve
Wow.
God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And
Wow.
I think
Wow.
so many people in heaven are caught up in the beauty of heaven and the fun
Mm,
of heaven and their jobs and with their family and
yeah.
worldly sort of things. And there's not a lot of people on in heaven that are truly focused on intimacy
God.
with God, and it's sort of
Wow.
bringing a new message, to God, bringing a new message to the people.
Wow. This is
Some of your songs got voted in the top five of songs since you started with your intimacy with God uh, relationship. They're not as popular, but they're like the John Lennon songs. They're
mm,
reaching a certain amount of people. They're reaching musicians, and musicians are switching over and writing songs like that, and they're reaching the truly hungry.
wow. 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 When I was writing those songs as specific to Ben and God, I was just thinking this is just for them to listen to. I don't expect any other person to be interested in listening to that because it was too direct. It, it was like a message just to them. I'm not thinking of any other person because it was written just for those two individuals. So I never even had that second thought of worry about if it's actually propelling other people to move closer to him. That did not occur to me at all. And I know Matthew is telling me, Tolu, you need to write other musics as well, not just for God. But for some reason, I just felt God has been ignored for so long. And even though there's quite a lot of worship song that is out there that people think they are writing for God, actually, no, it is songs that are pleasing you that are not necessarily targeted towards God. Songs of I worship you, you are my only God, I adore you. Yes, it's okay. But does God feel like that? Does your lyrics actually align to who you are to him? In a lot of situations, no. So those lyrics are just songs that just hypnotize people. It gives you the right emotions, but it doesn't have any connection to God of heaven and earth. So I just felt that was my own ministry, just to be blessing their heart. And I enjoy writing for my husband because it just helps me to go back to our relationship, and I can really extract things from those relationships because I've been writing a lot of books about God. I've written so many things in book, but I just saw that the song was way powerful than the book because I could listen to the song so many times over and over. In the past 2 nights, I'll just go to one of my playlists. Like yesterday, I went to the playlist of the songs that God wrote for me through Matthew, and those are the music I listen to all through the night. It's just so beautiful. Just listen to that. I just enjoy it. Like sound does not impact my sleep. I'm okay with sound. So it's just so beautiful. And I enjoy those songs myself. And I never knew I could write songs that I will enjoy. So yes, Michael, I'm so grateful that it's doing something, it's moving you guys in heaven and as well. Maybe in the past, maybe you guys have not been so bold or courageous in the way you write your lyrics, and then you are able to go to places that you're not supposed to go. I asked Matthew, can you write those kind of lyrics? Matthew said no. So yes, I know that I can be crazy when it comes to love, but that's just who I am. And when you love somebody, you show them that you love them, and that's the only way I can show that now. I love you so much, Michael. You always see things that you need to work on, and you just go, just fire on and keep doing the best thing that you can do for it. So, how are you building a more intimate relationship with him now? What have you been doing differently?
I've just been going in and seeing him, and honestly, he's fun to be with. He tells you stories about certain people and new people that he's met in the last month, and he's met several times, and he's able to tell you testimonies, and they find out when they're seeing him. He's got control in things, more control than you know. Like when he's talking to a person, and it's maybe lunchtime in the day, he
Yeah.
tells the person, asks the person if they're free tonight, and they say yeah, and he says, I want you to go and speak at the testimony night about what you just said to me
Wow.
tonight. So he's
Wow.
personally inviting the people that are going to give their testimonies. So he's hand
Wow.
selecting the people that
Wow.
are being invited to talk. So you've heard about those testimony nights uh,
Yeah.
happening, and they're happening all over that place in heaven, and they're sorted in different subjects. So, witches talk in their own one, atheists, Sikhs, Muslims, they all speak according to their religion and their category, and it's just a beautiful thing. So, God, Abba shares with me the stories of these prominent people that are sharing
Wow.
their testimonies. And he not only shares how he met the person, what they initially talked about, some of the
Yeah.
questions the person asked him, how he answered the questions, what the answers were, but he shares how their testimony night went and what they shared and how many people reacted to what they shared, and he's just full of stories. He's got he's got his whole calendar full. He's busy. He's
Wow.
instead of being in a prison cell locked away in cold darkness by himself, he's meeting people with each day and spending time and spending time with him is the best way to get to know him. And he was hard to know because he just wasn't talking. You know,
Mm,
people who are depressed, you know, don't talk. That's why years ago we tuned in to hearing your God's last days message to his children because it's
yeah.
about, you know, God talking for half an hour without break or something we'd never heard before.
Wow. 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 I've been going back to the videos we've done in these last 2 weeks because they're so profound that I always look forward to just not doing anything while I'm in bed at night, and I can just play and listen to them. The 8 hours one I'm having to navigate now because Matthew talks so much that sometimes I just have to forward a little bit of Matthew's conversation to go to the meat of the conversation. Then I come back to Matthew's conversation. I'm like, this is too much for me, Matthew. Just shut up. But yes, I'm enjoying those videos and I'm getting my nuggets out of because I get my songs from these conversations. Haven't you know this, Michael? You get your songs from the conversations you have with God. When you go to Him to speak to Him, those conversations become your lyrics. So that's what I've been using. And I remember speaking to Matthew's dad, Bob, and he said, "So when he comes to the dinner table before, he used to be, he doesn't really talk. It was that bad. He only talks when you ask him questions, but he is on the dinner table. Like you can't say he's shy, you can't say he's reserved, but he's so shut in. But I asked him, so how have you been dealing with him? That's really a sad situation. And he said, yes, because we've dealt with Matthew, we know how to deal with someone that is so depressed. So that was his situation. That's really sad, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
For him to be that depressed that even in the midst of people, it's still shutting.
He's in even the process of coming out of his prison cell, getting dressed
Yeah,
and going to a different place. Even that was a big thing for someone being depressed. But
yeah,
they prefer to stay where they are. They want to stay in bed. They don't want to get up and go out, you know.
yeah,
So it was a good thing for him just to turn up for those years at the dinner table without even interacting with people. That was a good thing for him to get out of
yeah,
that prison cell.
yeah, yeah, he was.
You know,
And
the story of Joseph is really the story of God.
wow, in the prison for 40
Yeah.
years.
For
Wow.
40 years, for, you know, a few years.
20, isn't it? Yeah, I've forgotten. Yeah, it came out when he was 40 or 30. I think it was 30. He became the king. Is it king?
Pharaoh's assistant.
Pharaoh's assistant. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it was, but you understand what I mean. Yes, I think it was 30. I remember when Ben was 30, and I was thinking, oh, yes, maybe he's going to come out of his prison now. Then 30 didn't work. I'm like, Joseph, why is Joseph principle not working for him, God? Yeah, it was just like he was in that prison all the way till he died. Then he got to heaven. Then he's working in another type of cell. It's
Yeah,
like moving from one cell to another.
yeah.
I don't know how he's coped. But before going on, I need to commend Matthew since yesterday he's been calling God Abba, which I think he's finding is a little bit strange at the moment. He's going to get used to it. And sometimes he forgets and mix it with God, mix it with Abba. I understand. I'm still forgetting my darling treasure as well. It's not Papa is kind of like what I'm used to. So, but I'm so happy that you took that feedback on board and you are evolving. Have you felt any difference since you've been calling him Abba?
I just know that he's happy that I call him that.
Oh,
It's like
love you.
Jewish for daddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I love you, Matthew. Even though I bang on
Yeah,
you
my
so
mother
much.
said to me that she's proud that I typed ABBA. She said, you know, one of the best things you can do with a friend is to take their advice when they give you advice. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just thought Matthew was not evolving when it comes to how he relates to God in terms of what he calls him, because I've evolved like 2 or 3 times now. And I'm thinking, Matthew, we are in this conversation together. Don't be the spectator. We need to be growing together. We need to be going deeper and deeper and deeper. Calling someone God is so official to me now. I can't call him God now. I know he's God. I do refer to him God in the questions sometimes, but I've seen him far more than God. Michael, do you relate to him at the level of that level of intimacy of Father, or do you still see him as God?
Yeah, I see him as father, but I don't often call him father. I call him God.
Mm.
I think you've got a lesson for everyone there.
Because when you call him
You
Father,
can,
it's
you
just,
can, you can be quite bold and forceful, Tolu. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that.
yeah, Ben. Yes, I am forceful. And that's why he didn't tell me that I was carrying God's pain, Michael, because I would have not left him alone. I would have been asking you, God doesn't need you to carry his pain, doesn't even have any pain to carry. So why are you telling me? Yeah. And I'll keep coming back until I notice a change. So yeah, I am forceful. But I need to be forceful, don't you think?
Ah, yeah, it's helpful.
Are you forceful or you're more gentle?
More gentle.
Wow.
I'm like a walkover. Diana
My
only
God.
has to give me the eye. She only has to give me a strange look and I change my behavior.
That's so funny. Oh my God. When I was younger, in my early 20s, they used to tell me that I need to marry someone that is quite tough, because if not, I'm going to walk over that person so easily. And Ben was tough. You know, Ben is tough, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, he is.
So it was very difficult to walk over, but I tried, but it was just impossible. So will you be calling him something different from now henceforth? Not God.
Yeah, I might go with Matthew's one. Well, I
Abba.
already call him father, so yeah.
I prefer Father, but if you want Abba, you can take Abba. Yeah, Abba Father. Because Michael, you want to build an intimate relationship with him. You want to develop, to go deeper in your lyrics. Don't you think the moment you see him as a father, the relationship changes as well? It moves on to another level, because when you keep referring to him as God, there's that psychology to it. There's that mental model. Like just last week, I shifted from calling him Papa to mainly calling him my darling treasure. Shifted a lot of things for me. It shifted the lyrics. I saw him differently. So if you want to dive deep, you need to dive deep in the languages and the way you see him as well.
Good advice. I will I'll do that.
Well, just speaking to you from experience of what happened to me, because I didn't know why my father was so insistent. Do you know that was difficult for me to change from calling him Papa?
Yeah, we're aware of that.
It is. But I respect my dad, so because
But
of
you
that,
heard that from your father. See, that's important too, and I accept that as friend. I've been calling him father from time to time. I call him father all the time now.
yeah, do that. Because when you're not writing songs, it's like you're writing it to your father. You're not just writing it to God. Because when you're writing it to God, you can be so
distant.
exactly. So yeah,
Like
and
how
that
we
was
put
why
words in your mouth.
yeah. Do you do that with me in heaven? Do you put words in my mouth?
I try not to, but I do.
So what do you think? What do you think the songs I've written so far? What has that done to God?
Uh, he gets emotional when your songs are playing. I spent time with him, and he's asked me out of your songs, out of your songs, what
Yeah,
what are my favorite songs, and
yeah.
we take the time to play. You know, he'll ask 10 what are my 10 favorite songs, and I look up the songs and I say the name of the 10, and he sits there and listens to the whole 10 that I really like. And many times he gets emotional, and not only just with the songs that you wrote for him, but you wrote all the songs for him. And,
Mm,
your ministry is your ministry. And so it's not just the songs that you wrote for him that are my favorites. Half the songs I like you wrote for Ben because I love Ben so much. I really appreciate those songs. God really loves them, and I think he told me that he asks everyone what are their favorite songs, and part of visiting God is listening to a few songs of yours.
wow,
So he's constantly
wow,
listening to your music.
wow, man.
And he doesn't just ask you about each song. He has you comment on the lyrics and what you like about the song and what line in that song did you like best and stuff. So he's like you. He pokes. He doesn't let you go. He doesn't just accept. I really like that song. He asks you what do you like about that
Wow,
song. What
wow,
specifically do you like about that song? So
wow,
you can't.
wow,
You can't put one past him. You can't just give him a general answer. He wants a specific answer, and he's got his own playlist of songs. But can I tell you something? He uh,
yeah,
he loves the songs that you've written to him, but he does take the time to listen to all the songs too. Not as much, but he likes because it's showing him the new way. It's showing him
mm,
the
mm,
new theology. It's showing him how heaven is meant to be. So
mm,
he'll watch a whole playlist of the witches playlist and the Muslim playlist and the Buddhist playlist to get a better feel for those sort of people. He really does. He really has learned from his mistake. He really does
wow,
want to learn. He does want to bring forth a new heaven. He wants to
wow,
he wants to be a new leader
wow,
over all people. He wants to be inclusive of every faith and accept every person,
wow,
and accept
wow,
their gods and accept who they look up to and speak highly of their gods.
wow. That's so beautiful. You said you did like some of the songs I wrote for Ben as well. Why do you like those songs?
Because Ben's so special to me. He's my best friend.
Oh,
Yeah. He truly sees me and understands me, and he's never wanted anything from me. Like all my life on earth, people were taking and people wanted things, and I could
yeah,
never, I could never be sure someone wanted to be love me for who I am, rather than love me for what they can get from me and who I
wow,
can be
wow,
to them, and
wow,
you know, and Ben truly loves me for who I am and helps me to become a better man. And so I truly love him. So I love I've heard you and Matthew speak. I hear you and Matthew speak, and a lot of uh, a lot of what you've already said to Matthew. A lot of what Matthew sees in your songs, he's heard you say before, but there's new stuff there too, and I'm constantly looking at the songs, and I enjoy the songs.
Yeah. Wow. It's always interesting the way heaven works. So, what part of God's art, what part of his art has become more beautiful to you the longer you've known him now?
Well, as recently, in the last few weeks, he's really opened up and he's sharing, and he's got plenty of good stories, and he's always sharing stories of other people. Not necessarily sharing stories about himself.
Wow.
I think God's main joy is in himself and his own heart. It's other people's lives and other people's
Isn't
hearts
that interesting?
that he's invested in. He Matthew's got a personality you may not know, but Matthew gets joy out of discipling people and mentoring people, and other people reaching their destiny makes Matthew happy, uh, and uh, and uh, and God's the same. He's got that same sort of personality characteristic that he gets the most joy out of seeing other people succeed. So
Mm.
it's always talking about other people. You can talk it to him and ask him questions about himself, and he'll answer honestly, and he'll share for 5 or 10 minutes about the answer to your question. Then he'll switch to another person's story, and he'll be talking
Wow.
about that again. And you got to
Wow.
really zero in on him to ask him questions about himself,
Wow.
because he's all about his creation. He's all about his
Wow.
sons and daughters.
Wow. Wow. That really resonates so well with me. Wow. Is it interesting? You could see that even though God is enjoying himself now, he's still investing in other people than he is investing in himself.
Yeah.
So his friends that surround him that will have to be investing in him. So that he's pouring out, is receiving more than what he's pouring out to other people.
Yeah, it's easier to pour into him now that he's happy because
Yeah.
you can interact with him and you can have a real conversation. You can ask him questions and he'll answer the questions. He was like Matthew on a bad interview when he's tired. He just one word answers.
Yeah, one word answers. But what I was surprised about Michael is how did he do God's lasting message in that state of mind?
He just worked himself up for it each day. It was every 3 weeks, so he just knew it was coming and he built himself up for it and got out of bed and got himself ready and spoke and then collapsed into a coma again.
Wow. My God, don't say that.
It really is a piece of work. It'll always survive as one of the finest works you ever did in your life. The people of heaven are really gleaning from that now and learning about God as they go back to that. It was meaningless. It was
Then,
meaningless to them when they didn't know that God loved them or understood
yeah,
them, or you
yeah,
and Matthew didn't understand them. But now that
yeah.
you've proved that you've made an effort to know them and understand them, they've taken the interest in God, and now God has become their friend and answered their questions and talked more about them and their questions and their life than talked about himself. So many people are going back to God's last days message to his children and really gleaning from it and receiving and going back each day and talking about what they've watched and
That's
talking
good.
about his answers and stuff. And no one Daniel told them, Daniel's directing them, but no one told them on a podcast. You didn't tell them on a podcast to do that. They're
Yeah.
doing it quite naturally. They're just getting this thought in their mind to go back to that podcast and watch that. And some of them, without telling them, they're listening to those interviews and writing down questions for God.
Mm.
So they go in each day and they've got about five, of the videos full of questions, and so to have a talk to God and then get out their pad and get out their iPad and start asking questions out of the conversation. So yeah, it's a really good thing.
What what conversation with God changed you forever?
Uh, he he spoke to me about knowing how it feels when people are only always coming to you for what they want, not
Mm.
really caring about who you really are. And
Yeah.
it's only recently that we had that conversation since he's been happy.
Mm.
But he was sharing how he understands that, and that's been his whole life,
Yeah.
and and how similar we are. That we're both in prison cells, and
Wow.
yeah, he got quite emotional. I got emotional. I got emotional because he got emotional, and
Mm.
we resonate really closely with our stories, and we had like a really strong connection. And yeah,
Yeah.
so that
It-
combined with your songs of intimacy that you're singing has sparked something in my heart to become like Ben.
wow. No wonder. No wonder Ben really prioritized him so much, because I could not understand why Ben carried God so well. Everything he does is God, 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 God. God is at the center of it all. And it's only recent in this past 1 week I'm getting to know why, which reflected in the song I wrote yesterday, which Matthew did like the song, by the way. I've forgotten the title of the song now. But I can relate with Ben so well now. That someone has to be there for him. Someone has to be able to choose him over all other things. But it was hard to hear that initially. But few seconds after, I'm like, yeah, Ben has always been this way. So you need to understand that God needs someone in his corner. Do
Yeah,
you wonder why Ben is so intimate with God? Why he cares so much about him?
because he knows him better. He knows him better.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something that will be a revelation to you. And Matthew doesn't know how long it'll take you to adjust. You may adjust straight away, or you may take a while to receive it. But Ben was a cherub.
Ben was what?
Ben was a cherub angel.
In Revelation.
Yeah, one of the angels that surround God and have six wings.
Yeah. My God. It makes so much sense now, Michael. So it's only shielded him.
So he's had this special closeness to God
It
above
makes
all
sense.
human.
It makes sense now. Thank you, Michael, for telling me that.
Well, Matthew didn't know until it came to my mind to say it. So you can call ban in songs, if you like, my darling cherub. People probably wouldn't understand that, but
Well,
because it's a revelation that you accept it. You difference between knowledge and revelation is you accept revelation straight away. It's
yeah,
meant personally for you.
yeah. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. Wow. Makes so much sense now. And decided to leave that to come to the earth
Yeah,
for God.
yeah. I was told, this is Matthew, I was told that there's another cherub that came to earth too. And then Michael was just told that you're an opposing cherub. You stood opposite Ben, and you were a cherub too. That's why you can't separate both of you. And he knows his main purpose is to glorify God and be there for God. He doesn't know any different. You can't pull him off course.
Makes so much sense. Thank you, Michael, for that revelation. And I hope people that are listening in heaven, they can understand him better. And they can know that it's never a weak man. He can never be a weak man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand the price he paid. I did not understand Michael. I did not understand. But all my life, Jesus has taught me something. When I give you the instruction, if you don't understand, just follow it. And I've come to understand that I may have to live like a martyr for the rest of my life, even in eternity. Not for my will, but for God's will. This hits me really hard, Michael.
You're ready to hear it, darling?
That's a big price to come and pay, to leave that, to come to the earth.
Yeah, it was a big price. The throne room doesn't have a throne room with God and cherubs and people at it. That was something of the past.
Wow. Oh my God, I just love you. Thank you for this. Wow. This is deep. Do Ben speak to you at depth about his love for God? Do you both discuss it together?
It's he's obsessive.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's like you.
Yeah. So it makes sense now because I notice we have a lot of similarities, and I'm always wondering that why is me and Ben the same in when it comes to things that of God? It's easy for us to align right from day dot that I met him. All I always wanted every time when we're cutting was just for us to be discussing about revelations, about what God was telling us. I'm always so excited to catch up with him on that. And I always wonder, why am I so weird? Everyone likes to have fun. Why don't you like having fun? You're crazy, Tolu. You're crazy. I don't know. It makes so much sense now, Michael. Wow. These are really deep, Michael. So deep. Thank you again, Michael. That really blesses my heart. You don't know what you've done for me today. This revelation is so much good for me. My God.
Matthew's going to go to the toilet and
Go. Where this is, because this is alike. It needs to settle in. I'll just quickly.
Settle in.
Oh, it needs to, like, it's a lot. Just give me 1 minute. I need to check on my girls. Hmm.
Matthew doesn't know angels well. It might not be a cherub, it might be a seraphim or whatever they are. It's the one that's got 6 wings.
I need to go back to Revelation.
That
But don't worry,
stand around the throne. They're closer than the 24 elders. They bow their wings and worship God.
wow. No wonder we are still buying our wings and worshiping God.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Michael? That's the life Ben has lived. And I can't believe he chose that life as well for himself in heaven. But what other choice has he got?
You and to continue on with that revelation,
Yeah.
you and Ben are the closest two to God now. You've ascended to the closest. You were never going to be happy until you're at that place again. And now you both are back at that place.
Thank you, Michael. It makes so much sense now.
Now you got some stuff to write about.
How do you know? How do you know, Michael?
I'm a songwriter, I know.
And you know I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, you tell good stories in your music.
Oh my God. No. Me, I love to listen to music. Oh wow. That's why I love worshiping God.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I used to say worshiping God was my coping mechanism. That was how I cope with life throughout my life.
Yeah.
But it's strange to people because people will be thinking, why are you coping through worship? Because Matthew is opposite of me.
Yeah.
Wow, makes so much sense. Right at the beginning, the first prophecy that God gave Matthew, when I met Matthew, I paid for that first prophecy. part of what God said was me and Jesus used to come and stand beside you in the church, and we just enjoy, we listen to your worship. Like it, that was the first prophecy, just for you to know how I'm so madly in love with worshiping God.
Yeah.
This journey, there's just so many mysteries intertwined with my journey. And that's why I've already said I'll stop asking why me, because I've got to a state I've accepted my destiny. And I just have to keep going. And revelations like this will come at the right time. So I was supposed to speak to you today, after all, because I had another person in mind. But when Matthew said Michael, I just heard in my spirit, he will be the right person to speak to. Thank you,
Well,
Michael.
I'm just a normal person, you know. I
You're
get
not a
revelations like anyone else. It just, yeah, it's easier for you to receive it off a true friend.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. What do we do together in heaven? Because I feel I'm closer to you more than I'm aware of.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together. I show Ben all the foods of heaven. I've shown him, but we still go to different restaurants because I love food and I love to take Diana
Let's
out
go.
and you know when Ben said when someone prophesied to Ben or Jesus said to Ben that you're going to sit with royalty, he,
Yeah,
he, he sits with the Queen and Prince Philip and uh, Queen Diana and Michael, and
yeah.
he's a king in his own right. Yeah,
Wow. It wasn't even a prophecy. It was part of our countless my conversation with Jesus. He
yeah,
used to tell me, Ben will say we wrote, Ben will advise. Even he specifically mentioned Queen Elizabeth. Those ones were specifically mentioned in the conversation. Well, I was thinking it was on earth.
yeah.
So I was looking for that fulfillment.
That door to open one day.
Yeah, yeah. So I never knew that it was in heaven. And I know Jesus could not tell me it was in heaven, because that's going to break me, because I was so attached to Ben, so obsessed with him to the extent that I didn't even think Jesus can do that to me. But I guess that's what we came to do. That was the assignment. And we might need to be reminded of what we committed to. But that was painful, detaching him from me
Still is.
every day. There's, I just have to keep going. Like these things just gives me joy to keep going.
No,
Even
do you know your path? Talking to Ben each day in these
yeah,
conversations and
yeah,
talking to Ben each night in conversations. You know, the path you've chosen for yourself is harder than someone who's just a normal widow that gets over a grief and the
yeah,
pain goes away.
yeah,
You know, you really have chosen the martyr's life.
yeah.
It'd be a lot easier if you just a lot easier as a human just to forget him and uh,
Absolutely,
have your grief go away. But you keep the
absolutely.
wound open whenever you talk to
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. You're right, Michael. And that was what my physio was telling me. He said, Tolu, I don't know why you want to be speaking to heaven, because you're not helping yourself. It just keeps your wound fresh.
Yeah,
But I'd rather have it fresh
yeah.
than forget him, because it's not someone I can forget. It's there. It's always there in my heart every day. I think about him. And you just have to find ways of just coping. Like the song that Benna just sent to me through Matthew, it was saying that, look, study the life of Jesus. Jesus had to commit to the pain, to the suffering, and he was able to pull through. So I knew that I had to just keep going, that I can't give up. I have to commit to that, no matter how painful it looks like. So, Michael, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much. I'm coming. Michael just came in. Okay, back. Sorry. I received an urgent message I needed to respond to that. Thank you, Michael. Wow. Have you seen me having conversation with God?
No, it's just normally Ben and other people.
So you've never seen me with him?
I've seen you. I've been with you when he's had one of his ones with 20 people. I've been part
Yeah.
of that, and
Oh,
I've witnessed your ability to ask questions and how close you are to him. And yeah, he often takes you out in those meetings to
wow.
be like a Mary Magdalene was for Jesus,
Wow.
be one to
Wow.
ask questions and stimulate conversation.
Wow.
Yeah.
To be candid, Michael, this conversation has answered so many questions in my mind. There's no longer why me anymore. I got the message now.
Yeah, well, perhaps God was just waiting for you to hand it over to him to say, "Oh, you know, we don't have to give you the reason. You just have to do your job."
Absolutely. And you got me there, Michael. So thank you so much for doing this for me. Ben is so
I want to share with you that it was easy because I didn't have that revelation. Ben hadn't told me that. I just got that revelation today.
wow. Wow. Ben wouldn't tell you. Ben is so secretive. Ben will only release secret when he needs to release it. No matter how much you probe him, you couldn't get it out of him. Like, because Michael, how can someone live with me, someone that really, really loved me and was so close to me and still left a lot of things out without telling me?
That's a keeper of secrets. That's a separate gift and designation by God for a person.
Absolutely.
Benjamin's a keeper of secrets.
Oh, wow. Tell
Ben,
me about it.
no, Emmanuel is.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manuel releases things bit by bit, incrementally. Then you could keep adding the story together and making a sense of them all. So you could see now why I couldn't shift my mind off God and I couldn't shift my mind off Ben.
Yeah.
It's making sense now because I'm like, why am I this obsessive with him?
Yeah.
Even while he was on earth.
I think there's four of those angels. He stood opposite of you, and over God, you both stood on either side of God, and your wings met over God's head.
Wow,
So you used to touching him all the time.
that's deep. No wonder I'm always touching it. Both of them now. It makes sense. It is deep, Michael. You're bringing in deep revelations, but those deep revelations are giving answers to all my questions. Thank you.
Isn't it good that you've built a relationship with us that we can speak deep revelations to you just easy as pie?
Absolutely. It is good. That has taken almost 3 years in the making. And I think what's really helped me grow is the fact that I was writing books because that really helped my growth. The process of writing them is like I'm repeating what I've learned.
Every everything you do for God, God is doing for you.
Wow. How?
Because He's using your writing to teach you.
My God. And using my songs to draw me closer.
Yeah.
Wow.
The songs aren't so much just for God, the songs are for you to listen to time and time
My
again to
God.
get that truth into yourself.
Yesterday, I've been thinking in these last few days, I told you need to write more music apart from God and Ben. But I'm like, no, I don't want to because I don't enjoy writing those kind of songs anymore. But Matthew saying that again in the conversation, I was like, okay, maybe I can incorporate, maybe I could write one or two per day on those ones. But I wrote it, but I didn't really enjoy the experience. It was like I prefer just writing for God. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with you, Toto? It makes so much sense. Thank you, Michael. I love you even more now, Michael.
Just just know that this is totally beyond me. I've just become a prophet. I'm able to hear from God. So that was just an honor to be the person who delivered that to you. But anyone could have delivered that. It could have been June, it could have been Bob, it could have been Prince Philip, could have been uh, uh, the Queen, could have been anyone that knows you well, could have delivered that. I'm just a messenger.
Hmm. Michael, you're doing what I usually do as well. Just like when Ben said, tell me, how do you feel about giving God an advice that delivered him, that made him free? What did I say? No, I don't want to think about that. I am just a servant. We have this thing, Michael.
Yeah,
We
you
don't
do.
always think we
We we
deserve.
we do. We do. I accept that rebuff.
Yeah, please just accept. I have to grow in that area, Michael. Not be prideful, but one needs to be able to accept. Like that's the difference between me and Ben. Ben will accept what he thinks he's done. He knows himself. He knows that he's greater than this, greater than that person. I couldn't say that.
Now you know what Ben said. Don't you know who I am? Now you know. Now
Yes,
you know who he is.
my God, he knows who he is, who
He,
he
he,
was,
he-
wherever.
he's one of the most exalted angels, and now he's going to be ascended to the throne. He's going to do what what Satan wanted.
Wow. How do you feel being a close friend to Ben, Michael?
Special, privileged, honored, lucky.
I think you are someone special as well.
Yeah, but I have trouble believing it.
Well, we have the same trouble together. So don't worry, Michael. We'll grow out of it. With time, we will grow out of it. I'm getting better. I'm not where I was 2.5 years ago in terms of my self esteem. I'm growing to understand things better. I do things, and if people tell me, oh, that was really good, I don't like that. I don't want to take that. I don't want to believe that I'm that person. So I'm always pushing all of those things away. And it can affect one because you not even want to receive love from the ones that love you. So I'm trying to get over there and just know myself, just like Ben says, do you know who I am? So that I can know who I am. I need to know who I am. So, Michael, let's grow in that area of our life together. We need to evolve. I just love you, Michael, for bringing these messages to me today. You bless my heart so deeply. Like in this conversation, sometimes you don't know what is coming your way.
No, you never know, do you?
No, I never know. We're always in the dark, me and Matthew. But we just keep coming every day. And people think this is easy to do, to be speaking to imaginary people that are living in heaven. And then Matthew even make it worse by having imaginary congregations that he cares so much about on earth. Who wouldn't think that we're both crazy?
They're pleased to be listening, and they're pleased to be part of the imaginary conversation. Samantha says that she's so happy that she has the ability to hear Matthew, and I just want to say to Matthew particularly, even if we're just a figment of your imagination and delusion, we're certainly a good delusion. We keep you company and make you happy.
Maybe actually I will ask Gabriel, maybe he can confirm that as well, Matthew. That would be good, isn't it? To see if Gabriel can confirm that. Wow, back to you, Michael. What do you think delights God that people really notice?
Obeying his son. Not to harp on Jesus' teachings again, but no, the difference between Christianity, this would be a good Facebook post. Difference between Christianity is Buddhists do Christianity and Buddhism. Buddhists do what Buddha said, but Christians don't do what Jesus said.
Buddhists do what Buddha says, and Christians do not do what Jesus said.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the difference. Christianity would be a beautiful faith if Christians were obeying.
Yeah.
So the thing that brings God the most joy is not talking about it, doing it.
Wow. Thank you, Michael. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you could write a song on that.
Go, you can write. You keep giving me songs. You know what? I've given up on Christians. I am sorry, Michael. I just write songs for all now. I'm never going back to writing songs for Christians.
You could write a song for all the people of the world to do what Jesus did. Look into Jesus. Look into what he taught, not what he
You
did.
just write that. That's not for me. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
No, I can't be bothered with that. Now I need to use my energy in the right. I need to sow into fertile ground. I've sown into stony ground for over 3 years, over 2 years now. I could care less about the stony ground anymore. If you want to do what Jesus says, your business. If you want to destroy your life, your business. I could care less about you Christians, about what you believe. So, Michael.
I remember Matthew said one of the people at the church was going to go and watch his videos.
Which video?
Like on one of these interviews.
Oh, I've
Said he was
forgotten.
going to go and watch the video. Matthew mightn't have told you. He checked him the next week. Did you go and watch that video I did last night? He said, I watched 5 minutes. Yeah, it was typical.
Yeah.
Just watch 5 minutes.
Yeah, because they cannot persevere to hear the real truth. The real truth is like it stings them like a bee. So why do you want me to still keep wasting my time? Michael, I hope you're not writing with the intention of writing for Christians any longer in heaven. Because it's just that like they're bloody difficult to change. If Christians were proper children of God, God will not be in the situation he was in. If all Christians were like yourself, Michael, going to God, going to visit him, care about him, he will not be in that state. But the precious children, the autistic children, left him wasting away. And you had to bring in the prodigal in quotes. They are the ones making him happy now.
Yeah, and he won't deny them anymore.
Never,
Yeah,
never.
he loves his witchy friends. He loves his witchy friends.
Yeah.
Matthew wrote a song for Tiffany, and one
Oh,
of
I've seen it.
one of the verses said the thing he loves about Tiffany, she's good friends with God and good friends with Ben.
Ben, yeah. I've seen it. I've seen the lyrics. Matthew, that email I check it like no, because that's my work email. So when I mean work email, my own personal work email that I created for my work outside of my other work that I do. So I always check the email. So I've seen the song you sent because Michael, I've had to push Matthew several times to be able to write songs for his wives. So it's starting now one by one. Do you think I push Matthew, Michael?
Yeah, you definitely do. Like a good mum looks after her son.
Yeah. Sometimes when I get angry with Matthew, then I remember he's a child. He's a child in a grown up body. So stop looking at the grown up. Look at the 14-year-old. That helps me to deal with him better, Michael. Because sometimes he can do some crazy things. Like typing in on YouTube, Jesus wedding. I'm like, are you kidding me? Who cares about Jesus wedding? You want those older brother to be aware of this. And they'll start giving you silly excuses why Jesus couldn't get married. Michael, have you ever even thought of it? Why was Jesus not married? Why does he not deserve what every other human being experiences? The joy of having a partner. You have experienced it. You know the difference. You're a different Michael before Princess Diana and the
Jesus,
Michael that you are.
Jesus was held back by the same verse.
Wow. It just did not add up.
The 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 kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent
So
misinterpretation of scripture.
it's sad. It's sad that Jesus has had to live like that for centuries. When he had someone that really loved him, but could not even think about that. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
Yeah. Matthew, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
So I could still continue.
Well, you can shut it down if you like, but I can't see that
Huh?
I can't see that happening ever.
Now, let me ask Michael a few more questions, then I'll go to part two.
Yeah.
So be ready. Okay. What kind of questions do you ask God when you're speaking to God, Michael?
Many times I ask him what he thinks of a song I just released.
Oh, okay. You get feedback from him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And I ask him personal questions about my life and about my
Mm,
marriage. I
mm.
ask him questions about Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, like
Wow.
my in-laws,
Wow.
and I ask him all sorts of questions about my growth and my
Mm,
relationship with Jesus and my relationship with him. Yeah.
Oh, I love that one that you said about feedback. I need to be asking him questions around that as well. To be getting feedback on my songs and to know what he likes so that when I'm writing the next song, I take note of that. That's a good one.
It's an important thing to get feedback on your
Yeah,
creation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It is. Thank you. That's why I always tell Matthew that don't just listen to it so that you can comment. And that's what I don't know whether you saw it 2 or 3 days ago. I said, go watch it again and then come back.
Yeah, we've
So,
seen that.
yeah, because I noticed that Matthew did not listen properly in the first instance. And that's part of his job. So he's the one that I rely on for feedback here, someone that I can see face to face. So don't tell me that you can't remember what the song, you're going back to listen to it again. So thank you, Michael, for that. What still challenges you now in your relationship with him?
My stubbornness with my flesh,
In what way? How are you stubborn with your flesh?
just desiring what I want rather than desiring what God seems to want.
Mm. Do you mind shedding more light on that?
Well, perhaps I'd focus more on what would make Diana happy more than what would make God happy. Rather
So
than
what?
rather than seeing what God would want me to do with Diana, I try and think of what I'd like to do with Diana to make her happy. Maybe not bringing God into every decision and every action I do, but acting in my flesh what I think I should do.
That's deep.
Yeah, perhaps
It's
that's
really
surprising for people to hear.
it's really deep, but I understand what you're saying. If you've never been married, it's quite difficult for you. It's easy for a man to fall into the trap of what their wife wants because we can be quite dominating. And a man has to be someone that can stand against her if they feel it's wrong. Just like Ben told me, I'll pick God over you. Do you think if you tell Princess Diana that, will she be happy?
No, she wouldn't be.
But because I knew the man I married, that is so it's made that clear to me from day one of our relationship that God will always be before, which that is what it should be for every creation,
That's
isn't it?
what they say it should be, but that's not what it is in practice.
No, no, that's not.
Christians
So, but
say that's God, marriage, ministry, but it's
yeah,
really marriage first.
yeah. So
Well,
I guess
many times it's ministry first. It's ministry first, then God, then family. But
absolutely,
not often, yeah.
yeah. But because he has made that clear to me for a long time in the relationship, I, I got accustomed to it. I got used to it. That for Ben, God will always come first. So it's just conversation, Michael. You just need to discuss with Princess Diana more. Whatever you think God is leading you to do, have that open conversation with her, and hopefully both of you can discuss about it. Then you can all work together as a team. Like when we need to do something while Ben was on earth, and I don't understand because he got the message, he will just tell me, "Tolu, this is where God is leading us, but you just have to trust me." And usually then, of course, my family think I'm a fool or I am weak or I am too submissive to my husband to allow him to direct my life. But that's what helped me to be fulfilled, Michael. If I have to keep on walking in my own wish, I'll not be where I am sitting now.
Yeah.
So submission is not like, it's not like you become that person's servant. A woman, when if you've ever walked in that path of submissiveness to your husband, you never want to do it any other way anymore, because it brings a type of joy that you cannot explain. Because automatically that man will be submissive to you as well.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. But a lot of time we look at it from, is it feminine? What do we do? What do we call it now in the world?
Feminist.
It's feminist, yeah. So, what do you think I cannot be a feminist? I'm a very strong person. Like Ben knows, I'll stand for what I believe. But Jesus taught me the value in submissiveness. And submissiveness doesn't mean you're a fool. It means you just honor your husband, and your husband will give you that same honor. So, Michael, those are the kind of open conversations. But you were not married for long on earth, Michael. So you need to catch up. You and Princess Diana need to catch up, because Princess Diana was not married for too long, and it wasn't even the right marriage. It was all messed up.
Yeah.
So you guys need to spend more time. Maybe there needs to be like marriage counseling, especially so many people have married in heaven now that have never been married. Maybe there needs to be a ministry where people are taught how to live a happy union. Michael, do you think that would be a good thing? Maybe Charlie
There,
can.
there are people who do that.
Oh yes. But I'm so grateful that you were open, because this is a very private, sensitive conversation you said here. But I respect you, Michael. So thank you. My God, Michael, you're telling me things I didn't expect you to say.
Well, you ask good questions, Tolu. So, and you're a friend of mine, and you deserve my answers, my true answers.
Wow. Do you tell these things to Ben sometimes?
Yeah. He gives me good advice.
Do you think in our marriage, do you think he is leading?
Yeah. He still have an effect on you with his prayers and the things he says to you.
Yeah, yeah. And so, do you think that when you follow what God's plan is for your life, does it work better for you or it work against you?
In experience, through my experience, it works better when you do what God says.
Yeah,
It may be harder, may
yeah,
be difficult to submit to,
yeah,
but doesn't work out well when you do your flesh, or it doesn't work as well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. So it takes a lot of getting used to, but hopefully you will get used to it. But it takes a lot of adjusting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Wow. I've enjoyed speaking with you, Michael, even though I had someone else in mind. But I'm so glad I spoke to you today, Michael. And thank you, Matthew, for suggesting Michael.
Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to have an easy day.
So you did it for yourself.
Well, whatever the motivation is, God got what he wanted. Like Abba got what he wanted, didn't he?
Yeah, Abba got what he wanted. I love that, Matthew. Abba, Abba, Father, Abba. Michael, am I extra like this in heaven?
Yeah, you're pretty crazy.
Have you ever wondered that what does God find in this crazy lady?
I think we're finding out in your songs.
You're finding the answer in my songs.
I think you could write for another year and we still wouldn't have got to the bottom of the story. You just give little bits out at a time.
Int, it. Wow, I love you, Michael. Thank you. Man, Matthew, has anyone got a question for Michael?
Taylor says, does the people of heaven treat you the same as earth, like a star, and you have few friends, or are the relationships in heaven more genuine and people love you for who you are? Um, I'd like to give you an answer to say it's completely different, but star power works wherever you are and exists wherever you are. Um, that's the problem that Jesus finds. He's more of a star than a savior. He's more of a
Wow.
star than a Lord. Uh, and yeah, I do have some close friends in heaven, but they're sort of around Matthew, like the John Lennon was known by Matthew, and Freddie Mercury was known by Matthew, and Matthew's parents were known by him, and Princess Diana was known by Matthew, and I sort of my close friends are all known by Matthew and loved by Matthew. So, and that's how it is in life. You make friends of friends, and your friends' friends become your friends. And yeah, I realised that you had over 1,000 people at your wedding, and you've got a big circle, and that's fortunate that you have that life. It's my prayer that you have a lot of dear friends yourself, but in my life I was pretty lonely. So
Oh,
heaven is a nice place, but it's not perfect yet.
wow. Hmm. It's not perfect yet, Matthew. People always think once they get to heaven, all their problems will just dissolve.
So Cynthia asks, "How's life with Diana? Is there any children on the way?" Um,
Oh my God. Cynthia, why did you go there? Well, I'm awaiting the response. What's Michael got to say?
we're open to that, and we're just waiting to get the official sanction of Jesus to to. There's not birth control in heaven, so let's just say that.
Michael! So there's no need to worry about that, but you only have baby when you want to.
When God wants you to.
Absolutely. Wow, Cynthia! That's such a bold question.
That's a female question.
Yeah.
Excuse me for my curiosity. I was given the opportunity to ask a question, and that was my question.
Matthew's faith could not carry that about maybe 2 months ago. He could not. So I'm even surprised he accepted that question because I could see that he struggles with the idea of people having children in heaven.
So I want to Cynthia said I want to congratulate you on being a cherubim or a seraphim or whatever those six winged angels are, and I knew there was something special on you, and I want to thank you also for putting me in like a leadership position of
Thank
asking
you.
questions and managing the people who speak. I wanted to speak up and speak forward today. I want to congratulate you on finding out your answer for why me, and
Yeah.
you hold on to that for years. And
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you to getting to this stage today. It's a big day for you.
No, thank you, Cynthia. I just wrote that into a song maybe 3 days ago. Maybe God was thinking maybe it's now time for me to answer a question. Oh, in the song I said, well, I don't need to know the answer. So I'm glad that I got this today, Cynthia, because there's so many things that goes on in my mind about all these things that are happening in heaven. So it just helps me and gives me better clarity. I love you, Cynthia. You've done a good job. You've been consistent since day one. And when I look at a Cynthia, I see it through the media. I see a Cynthia that is bold, that is representing Black people so well, that will go for things that is against the norm. Who shaves her head, Cynthia? Who shaves her brows, Cynthia? You're crazy. Bold at another level. So I like those kind of things attracts me to people. Those people that want to do things different in the opposite direction to what other people think you should do. And that's also I was still telling Matthew today because Matthew was trying to encourage me to take me off my direction of writing my love song for God and Ben. I'm like, no, Matthew, I will keep doing what it's
It's
not.
just the enemy working on Matthew and using him as someone close to you to,
Yeah,
and you can sense that's what it is, but
yeah,
it takes Matthew time to get an awareness that he's just being used to try and shift you and saying it in Christian terminology and
yeah, yeah,
framing it in a way, and the enemy's crafty in the way that he tries to say things and approach things, and
yeah.
so
Same.
Matthew's, you know, Matthew's got people around him that consult him and tell him to do things, and it's you can tell you're on message and you're on the right message because
Yeah,
your biggest supporter is trying to change you and
yeah,
redirect you. Uh,
yeah,
and that's probably the first time your biggest supporter has sort of come in the opposite way from you. And
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's, just as Satan wasn't happy with one of the songs Matthew wrote, he's just trying
yeah.
to pull you off this intimacy with God and intimacy with your husband. And they're the two things that are most needed in the world, intimacy with God
Absolutely.
and intimacy with relationships. They're the two things that
Yeah,
Satan is clearly against. And
absolutely.
you're on the right target. And even if it's only 1 in 100 people that hear one of those songs and get touched, that's enough.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cynthia. I really appreciate that because even though I I did stand against that, I did tell Matthew that that's not my direction. But at the same time, it sowed some doubt into me. And that's just it. Like it just sowed some doubt at Tolu. Do you think are you going too far? But I'm thinking this is healing God's heart. This is healing Ben's heart. Why would I stop doing it? And then I tried to write 2 songs yesterday for the other, and it was so difficult for me. It wasn't coming for. It
Yeah,
was like I'm trying to push.
wasn't flowing.
No, it was not. And even when I published the song, even though Martin said he likes it, I don't like it
Yeah,
because it was. I just felt something wasn't right. And then immediately after writing those 2 songs, I went back into writing for Ben and I got happy again.
yeah.
So I'm like, this is my destiny. It might look weird. My life has always been weird, and my life has always been opposite direction to what people think it's supposed to be. But by now, I've learned the lesson. Just keep going.
Just understand that the enemy was crafty and he got Eve to eat the apple, the direct
Absolutely.
the direct opposite of what God said.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he's crafty and he'll use any means to distract you. So the fact that
Yeah.
he used someone that was close to you that had influence in your life to almost, sow doubt into you and get you off the
Yeah.
path. Uh,
Yeah.
he's just crafty. And Matthew's sad that that happened, but he's aware that that can happen through anyone.
Absolutely, you can. You're right. There's many times that probably I will have given Ben advice while he was on that, and he will know that this is an advice that is coming from my wife's flesh. You understand? Because he's scared or because he's thinking we're not going the right way, but I will keep going. So he knows how to manage that, and he will just explain to me, don't worry. Yeah, but I'm giving it from my love for him. And Matthew's giving me that advice because he cares so much about people. He thinks he's going to save the world, you know? And I focus on one thing, Matthew focus on, so even though we work together as a team, our direction are different. Matthew's direction is all the acts that is taken away to heaven. My focus is God and Ben. And that's it. But I'm glad we still do this together. Even if our focus is a little bit different, maybe we're supposed to have that different direction. But when Matthew comes with his evangelistic ideas, just like he was telling me last week, Matt, you need to command all of these people, get their needs. Command. I'm like, Matthew, what is wrong with you? Calm down. Like, Cynthia, do you think if Matthew sits in a position of power, do you think he would know how to it's not still how what is this the English word keeps going? It's not navigate, but how to utilize that power,
Probably
that
not.
position
Probably not.
in the right way.
You probably need good advisors.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Cynthia. Evan, Michael, Matthew. Anyone got a question for Michael and Evan?
Veronica in heaven says, I just want to share something. I feel so special. Matthew was wrong or wrong for Michael to say that there's no throne room. There really is a throne room in heaven, and God sits on the throne, and he's sat on the throne for years, even though he's depressed. But we've actually seen people of heaven have seen you and Ben walk up to the throne with God in the middle of worship and shapeshift and become angels and put your arms over God just like that. And the whole of heaven has seen that since you've been calling God heavenly
My
treasure.
darling treasure. My darling treasure.
Yeah, and we've seen that, and so heaven already knows that you're one of them. You appear mostly as a human, but from time to time when you're speaking, they see the six wings. So I'm really happy to come forward. Anyone could have come forward and shared with that. I'm one of Matthew's favourite paths. I'm a witch and an escort, and I did a lot of things and manipulated and used a lot of people. But I want to say, as a woman who's been following this ministry, that I'm very happy with you, very happy with the way you manage Matthew, and just trust him that he'll come into alignment. He already is coming into alignment in many ways. Sometimes he turns his YouTube off, the podcast off, and he just listens to music for an hour, and he's coming to really need your music each day. And so I've been watching him and hearing his thoughts and stuff, and really holds you in high regard. And he's stubborn, and he's got all these issues in his life because he refuses to change, but he listens when you bang on about something. He listens to it, and he makes the change. So I just want to personally say to you that we're really proud of you. We're really happy with you. That revelation by Michael is nothing new to the people of heaven. They know you as that, but You're really special to all of us up here.
Thank you. That's quite emotional for me. Thank you. Matthew, have we got another person?
Yeah, Peter says, Peter asks, what do you envisage? It might be a question that you might not be able to answer, Tolu, but what do you envisage? Can you see for the future of heaven, or you only see it day by day?
I see it day by day, which is better for me that way because I don't like to worry about. Because when you look at this task, it's huge, and it's easy for me to look at the task and get scared. And the only way I manage things, not to be overwhelmed by things, is only to focus on what it is today as against focusing on tomorrow. But I see a future where God can be so surrounded by his children. I see a place where everyone will be fulfilled, will be able to live their destiny, will be able to see a better eternity. Because what is the point, Peter, of living of living a life in heaven that you know you're going to live that forever and you're living a miserable life? Because what I've come to understand is not that because you're in heaven, you are happy. There's a lot of people that are still lonely, they're still sad, they're still miserable. And there's so many key elements to that. So my focus now is building God, is building Ben, is healing God so that God can be who he's supposed to be. And that is the focus. I focus on one thing part time. Like I multitask, but you understand that. But my focus, wherever I do, whether I'm writing books, whether I'm writing songs, whether I'm doing these conversations, it's always channeled to helping God heal because he's the center of everything. If he's still sad, if he's still struggling, there's no way heaven can progress. There's no way Jesus could have married. There's no way people that have had their wives now will have had their wives if God was still in that state. So that's my focus, like building God up, helping him to be steady, to stand on his feet again. And then we can see how the future goes.
Yeah, thank you for the answer. I'm one of the people in heaven who've got a new wife, and I want to thank you for your breakthrough in that way. She makes me really happy, and she was a dear friend of a friend in heaven, and I got to know her through one of my friends that I knew from Earth, and she was someone he knew, and we liked each other, but like everyone in heaven, we didn't believe in marriage in heaven, and
Yeah.
wasn't until you sanctioned it and brought it about that we became happy. So
Yeah, and people will be more happy because why will you live somewhere forever? And some have got their wives and some don't. Do you think that was fair on you?
no, there was a lot of things in heaven that weren't fair.
Wow. Thank you, Peter, for speaking up. And I'm glad. So that's why I focus on his joy. Because he's the one that needs to stand on his feet first before we even start thinking about the future of heaven. Because his state will determine the atmosphere of heaven.
Yeah.
Thank you. So is that it, Matthew? I
Yeah,
can go
for the
to.
moment. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Matthew. Where should I start from today?
I'll just get a drink while you're thinking.
Okay. Okay.
You know, the people commenting could go on for another hour if I had it in me, you know?
I know you, Matthew.
There's so many people that would comment, you know?
Yeah, today is a quiet Friday for me, which is good. Next Friday, I'll probably be traveling next Friday.
I'll just go to the toilet too. Hey, when I was in the toilet, Samantha asked me to ask you, do you read my comments?
I read it all the time.
Do you like,
Thank you.
do you
Thank you.
notice the
Yes,
difference
I do.
between Matthew's comment and
I
my
do.
comment?
Yeah, yeah, I do read your comments, Samantha. And I love them. Thank you for that. I've forgotten to, because I don't really comment on those things, isn't it? Because I'm
Yeah.
always so busy with my day. Like my day is so shocked up, you can't believe it, Samantha. Sometimes I don't even know how I go through each day. I just trust God, and that's the thing, because my days are so full on, I can't even be thinking about or worrying about the future like Matthew worries about the future, because I've just got so much things to do in a day. And it's good for me because it just keeps me going, keeps my mind occupied. So thank you, Samantha. I do read your comment and I love your comment. I appreciate that. You've been consistent as well. So thank you.
Yeah, well, Matthew got close to Corinne because she did all the sermons through him. So we spend a special time in the morning listening to your songs and commenting. And it's the way that I can be in Matthew's life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a good way, isn't it?
Yeah,
The good thing
supporting
is,
you.
Samantha,
I was a former escort and witch, and you're really turning me on to this God. I really like this God that
wow. Wow. What turns you up? What makes you like this God?
he's so patient and kind,
Hmm.
and and he's just full of surprises.
I agree with you. We were sold the wrong God, Samantha. So I'm so sorry. The God that Christians carry today is different. It's not the real God. So coming to know the real God has really been a beautiful journey for me, because it's been a transformation that I cannot even explain. And this has been a joyful journey for me, even though I am sad I miss my husband. But if he was here, I couldn't have experienced this. So there are price to pay for everything. And you just need to want to pay the price or not. You have to choose. So thank you, Samantha. Part two. Let me start from my darling treasure. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You got a shock today, did you?
Yeah. There's so many things that myself and Matthew don't know. Just give
Yeah.
us snippets,
Well,
snippets.
they're the best servants, people who don't know. Like the Apostle Paul addressed in the beginning of his messages that he's a bond servant of God. I work really well with bond servants, people who've
Hmm.
served me and willingly laid up everything to serve me, and their whole
Wow.
life is about me and trusting that I'll provide for them, trusting that I'll look after them and their family,
Yeah,
and they just continue spending each day me being their master.
absolutely. And you are my master.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear, and yeah, I'm uh, I'm confident Matthew's going to not so much argue with you and your direction now, but we'll see. Nothing can stop you, and and yeah, I'm really proud
Because
of. I'm really proud of how you labour each day to do your work and write us songs. And I truly do live on your songs from morning to night. And I've got my favourite songs and my favourite playlists. And, I've got all my favourite songs on an actual playlist. And I play that several times a day. And yeah,
Wow.
your
Thank you.
songs are always saying different things to me. Different
Wow.
lyrics are speaking to me and standing out each time. So it's
Wow.
like the Holy Spirit, or like Daniel is on the words and he points out certain things in certain songs to me.
Wow.
I'm always
It,
learning. Yeah.
it must be, isn't it? How would I have known that that would have helped you? And how would I have known that shifting from Papa to Darling Treasure could have opened me up?
Well, that's the beauty of being led by the Spirit. That's the beauty of not following your flesh, but having the
Mm.
ability to be led by the Spirit, because you were led by the Spirit to do that, and then that opened up a new things. Like, Matthew said before in conversations that most Christians are at the gate, but they haven't gone into the house, and
Yeah,
you experienced opening get the gate and going into the house by changing my name. It
absolutely.
was the big transition, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm grateful to my dad for suggesting that.
yeah. But you can be grateful to the Holy Spirit for giving him the words. Just like Michael was given this revelation. Yeah, your dad loves you, but each of the people that love you get inspired to say things that.
I know, I know, but they could have decided not to say it, no matter how much Holy Spirit wanted to pass it to me. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, I understand.
And I'm just grateful for that vessel for bringing it to me.
Yeah,
And my dad has said two things now that's really worked for me. He said go into fiction books and then change, and each time is it's like it just propel me into the next phase, into the next phase.
transformative.
Yeah. So even though I know it's Holy Spirit or Daniel, whoever it is, continue. But the fact that he does it, because there's so many people that Holy Spirit ministers to and they're not going to respond.
Yeah,
Do you love my dad?
yeah, he's a dear. Yeah. And he's such a loving, gregarious. Matthew doesn't know what that word means, but gregarious, uh, compassionate, uh,
Yeah,
giving, over over friendly, over funny, over serious, over smart,
yeah,
intelligent
yeah.
man. That he can't just be wasted with one woman. He's got to be shared.
Absolutely. Oh, Matthew, is that you speaking there? Oh, you see, I need to be able to separate which one. Gregarious is someone that's fond of company, someone that is sociable. So he's very sociable.
Well,
That
the start of that sentence was definitely God, because I was using words that Matthew doesn't know.
yeah, my dad has always been sociable. He's always been the center of the party. Yeah, but sharing with 10, you know that one that you said on top, that's Matthew. But I understand that my dad has always been surrounded by women. He used to have so many girlfriends on earth. So I know he can handle it. So people are just created differently. I don't understand it. So if he's enjoying his life, it's not up to me. He can have fun. And if it makes him more useful to you, God, and why am I even calling you God? If it makes him more useful to you, my darling treasure, that's okay with me.
And five of his wives are going to be used to teach theology. So to
Matthew.
theology, not to Christians, but to my people.
Yeah. It seems as if it's really been useful to you, and I can see you using him as a messenger as well.
Yeah. So he's by day 5 of his wives will teach theology. By night they'll be dancing and entertaining heaven.
Wow. When are they sleeping?
By night time, not all night.
Okay, maybe just for some, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours.
9 to 5, they are teaching theology. From 7 to 9, they're doing a ballet.
Okay. I get the gist that they still have time to go and sleep at night.
Yeah,
Wow. How do I make you happy in heaven?
spending time with me face to face. Going
Mm,
from restaurant to cafe to restaurant to cafe. Just face to face at my house, having dinner at my house, having coffee at my house, tea if you have tea, and just face to face conversations. Our conversations go on for hours and hours and days. And from time to time, in the middle of the conversation, I'll send an invite to Ben, and Ben will just appear. But many times we're
wow.
just by ourselves.
Wow. I understand that dynamics now.
You understand the dynamics?
The dynamics now with the way the angel, the show, like covering what me
Yeah.
and Ben used to do before. It makes so much sense to me now. Wow.
I uh I start to pine. You know how like a canary can pine for its owner. Canary can actually die
Yeah.
if the owner disappears. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I pine for you and Ben. I need you in my company.
Just like King David said, as the deer panted for the water, so my soul pant after you.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
deep.
the opposite. It's me singing the song rather than uh, the other way around.
I feel the same.
Yeah, I want to use your lyrics and your love songs for me to lead, not only encourage myself and for you to be encouraged, loving me, but I want to lead a special company of people to be close to me, like Ben.
Mm,
And you and Ben are going to model the proper relationship and the most elevated, advanced relationship. And already, like you heard Mary Magdalene and people who are close being provoked to get closer, and
mm,
you came out
which
of
is true.
nowhere, and 3 years is like nowhere compared to 2,000 years, uh, and Solomon been around for like 4,000 years,
Yeah.
but you came out of nowhere, and you slowly went through the ranks, and now you're out front, and everyone is following. So I want to provoke a special company of people that
Mm,
minister to me and work for me, and I want to provoke like maturity in marriages too.
I agree with you because I can see that having that maturity in marriage takes the grace of God. It takes just following the Holy Spirit, following His direction, following His leading.
Yeah,
Because marriage is work
yeah,
as well. As much as you have fun in marriage, there's quite a lot of work that comes into play. And the two parties needs to be in agreement to be able to progress into the right direction.
yeah,
So you've always known that Ben will always choose you first, isn't it?
yeah. He's obsessed with me.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's the right sort of jealousy, but
But it's a good jealousy. I love the fact that he's obsessed with you because it's actually propelling me to even be more obsessed. So we're going to see who's going to win this competition.
yeah.
Ben or me. Mm, I just love you. You mean so much to me now. And even though I write lyrics that to Matthew can be quite provocative, it's still not provocative enough to harm. I'm still holding back.
Yeah, I know. But it may take a few weeks to get up to steam.
I've not gotten up to steam and Matthew is already feeling uncomfortable. So maybe am I old?
I think it's just his flesh.
Hmm. And you know what? I never knew that that would happen because Matthew can be quite provocative with his languages, with things that he says and the way he says things. So I was even thinking it would be way, way more easier for him than any other person. So it's interesting, but I don't listen. I do what I want to do anyway.
It's just the resistance. Satan
You
is resisting, and he was just using Matthew as a vessel.
Wow, because he knows that those songs are blessing your heart, isn't it?
Yeah,
And it's drawing people more closer to you. And there will be more songs that will be coming out now that will be healing your heart, that is directed to you, directed to your needs,
yeah,
not the needs of the church. Because for so long, we've always think about people, what is acceptable to people without thinking about what is acceptable to you.
yeah, yeah. It's you know, even if the best songwriters, Christian songwriters in the world, had access to your channel, they couldn't write like you.
No, nobody will buy their music.
Their their audience wouldn't let them write that music.
No, no, no. It's too undiluted. So I understand. And I'm not writing it for them anyway. I enjoy listening to my music myself. So that's good enough for me. I know Matthew has got his playlist and he keeps adding them everything into one playlist. And that playlist has got maybe 85 songs. I don't know how many numbers is there. So I don't know, maybe he'll keep going to 1,000. I don't know how many songs I'm ever gonna write.
I stopped the
But
playlist for the whole channel now because I forgot a couple of days in a row, so I just gave up adding songs to the playlist. The only playlist I got really going is a playlist of lyrics that were written by me and co-written by you. So I've got a playlist of all the songs I've written.
okay, but you have 84, so that means there's so many other songs that you've not written. It's quite a massive list, the 84 one. It's every song you've dragged in. As I release this song, you drag it into that channel.
No, I stopped adding to that playlist on my channel a few weeks ago.
Oh, it's still
But
showing 80 something.
yeah, it's still showing because I stopped adding to it. It was 86 or whatever when I stopped adding.
Mm, yeah. So that means that's where that is going to stop. That playlist is not going to
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
just I lost my place and I was listening to songs without adding it to that playlist, so I just stopped. So the only playlist I add to is song lyrics by Matthew Robert Payne.
Oh, I got you. I got you. The one that you co-write.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. How are you doing, my darling?
Yeah, I'm doing good. That was a big revelation today, wasn't it?
Oh, that made that break. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Like, there's so many things I don't know about who I am. And Ben just who he is. Don't you know who I am? While he was on that, he was always repeating that over and over again, to the extent that it even triggers me in a wrong way. I'm like, who are you? Tell me, who are you? So I'm getting to know who you are now, Ben. It's making sense now. Are you getting better?
Are you asking Ben or God?
God.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I like my daily dose of songs. I listen to the ones for Ben too. I appreciate you pouring out your love on Ben and me equally.
Yeah. Because that's what a wife does, isn't it?
Yeah,
You have to balance it. I don't want Ben to ever feel jealous.
he won't feel jealous. Even
He
if you
won't.
wrote me 3 songs and him one, he wouldn't feel jealous about that. The same as if one day you wrote him 3 and me one, I wouldn't feel jealous.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, because I can see both of you face to face now and read. I love reading body language. That's why I like camera on when I'm speaking to someone, because sometimes they might be saying something verbally and their body language is saying something different. Yeah, so I can see you and Ben. I don't know how you receive my song or how the relationship is actually functioning in heaven. So I just trust what I know. So sometimes I'm always like, I need to balance things right. But thank you for telling me that. I'll take note. I love you.
I love you too, darling.
Thank you. Hello, my sweetheart, Ben.
Hello, how are you, darling?
Uh, I'm good.
I
That's
knew
it.
I knew we were former uh, angels with 6 wings. I knew that on Earth.
Ben.
Something you weren't ready at all to receive.
Oh my God, Ben, you knew so many things.
Yeah. That's why I knew it was my job to keep God happy because that was my job for eternity.
So, so it's not like you're weak. That's your job.
No, that's unfortunate that came out in interviews that certain people think you're weak for letting certain people think I'm weak for letting you marry God. That's just a submitted, surrendered man of God.
Yeah.
And they're quite able to make a judgment like that because they don't know.
Yeah, because they don't understand how those kind of things work because they've never had to do that.
Yeah.
But that's been who you were even while you were on earth. Ugh. How are you doing?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm happy with the work you're doing. I'm happy with what I'm doing. Your your songs are being transformed by us in heaven, and they've become a good template for us to write against. Some of the musicians, female musicians and male musicians,
Yeah.
trying to like we've had like a conference about writing in that style, and
Wow.
and some of them are writing some good songs, you know.
That's good. It's in people, but we've always had this. it's not barrier I want to use, but it's like we have this limitation, this constraint, invisible, that to deal with God, you have to speak in a specific language.
Yeah.
You have to write song in a specific way.
Yeah.
Everything is to be so official, so diluted. There's no depth to it. But that's how we've always written song. So superficial. So people don't know that they can dive deep. And only God and you opened my eyes to that, because when God wrote this lyrics to me and he was so sincere with his lyrics, I'm like, yes, God, you've given me the pattern. That's what I'm following now. So God wrote the template himself.
Yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you responded.
I responded. You know, I will always respond to things
God
like
wrote
that.
your song and I wrote your song, and now you keep on writing songs back. We'll never
Yeah.
do that again. We started something there. If
But it's not
Matthew blamed you for writing songs like that, you can say you started it.
exactly, you started it. You brought it to me. And I saw it and I'm like, God is so transparent, so sincere about how he feels about me. Why am I going to hold back? So now it's like people are trying to let loose how they feel about God without holding back, because we all hold something back there. So it's good. It's propelling people to see God in a different light. And I know that so many people on my channel that comes to my channel, they will be selective of what they would love to listen to, because it might be too much for them. But who am I placing? God or man?
Well, you're here to please God.
And you taught me that well, Ben. You modeled that life for me. That this is how to live your life, that even when it's uncomfortable, even like shifting. Ben, did you know that shifting from Papa to calling God darling was difficult for me? I
Yeah.
might have not shown it, but it was difficult because I struggled to see my creator as a darling, as my husband. Even though you guys say, yes, my relationship with him in heaven is so different, my spirit acts differently, but this is my body.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, shifting that, but I had to listen to my dad. I had to do things that are difficult for me. So Matthew might think maybe I find all of these things easy. That was why I was speaking to Matthew 2 or 3 days ago when he said in the conversation, I just don't even want to do this anymore. I'm like, Matthew, do you know how I feel? If I start telling you how I feel, if I start telling you how my day go, Ben, you could see my day so clearly. And you've always seen it when you lived with me. And that's why you say you don't even want to compound it by telling me your worries, because you know I've had enough. But I make it look so easy for Matthew. Matthew can see my life. And it just thinks as if everything is rosy and beautiful. That is why I can't say such a statement. Because I'm not doing it for men. Why would I give up on the God that loves me so much? It just does not align to me. It doesn't make sense. So I guess we see things differently. Or maybe. So, Ben, do you think that this is why I am so boring with my day-to-day things? It's just because it's only God that I care about.
Yeah, you're so consumed with God that the earth is meaningless to you.
Absolutely. You're right. Hmm. My God.
There's been other people in history like that. And there's other people that exist in the earth like that, but they might not be well known.
They won't be. Just like I'm not well known. Enoch must be that kind of person that
Yeah.
God had to take him. Elijah must be that kind of person. Do you remember Elijah crying, I'm the only prophet left? In the Bible, that was so interesting.
Kathy can really relate to that.
And God said, no, you're not the only prophet. I've got so much more. Yeah, Matthew can relate to that. But when Matthew is going into too much detail about his revelations, about revelation itself, I'm just not interested. It's just too much for me. So thank you, darling. I always love you. So you don't
I have
mind.
no doubt I've got a whole lot of songs that prove that now. God's not the only one that's got a playlist. All your songs for me are on my playlist of my favourite songs. And I've got selected other songs too. Sometimes I just sit and listen to all your songs.
Does it make you cry?
Sometimes I go through the channel and just pick them by title, not knowing what they say. Yeah.
They make me cry. Do you do, do you get emotional?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They
just
make
really
me.
enjoy hearing from you. It's your voice in all of them.
Are you joking?
No, no, your voice isn't playing in all of them in
Oh,
heaven. Yeah,
but it's my lyrics. That's what you meant. That I'm
that's what I mean.
expressing.
Your spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, my spirit is expressing. And do we listen together when I'm with you?
Yeah, in the background.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, darling. I love you. Keep being that person that you are to God. I've come to understand now why you are the way you are. It makes so much sense to me. So I love you.
See ya.
Bye. All right, Emmanuel.
Hey, Mum, how are you?
I'm good. How are you as well?
So you got a revelation of Michael today.
Yeah.
Maybe I told Michael that revelation.
Why didn't
Tell,
you tell me
tell,
yourself,
tell,
Mike?
tell Mum that today.
Why didn't you tell me that, Emmanuel?
I had to keep it hidden.
You know so many things, Emmanuel, that you're not telling me.
Yeah, but that's what makes our relationship exciting.
Wow. But I appreciate everything you've done and that you're still doing in the background. So I love you so much, son. And I'm getting to understand the dynamics of the relationship between me and your two dads now. Because you've got two dads, isn't it?
Yeah, I do have. And you understand why I was brought up by Abba?
It's making sense now. Do you want to shed more light on that?
I was just he developed like sincere, long and deep relationship with me before my real dad got here.
Wow. 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 And he has that with you.
Yeah, it's a really close relationship.
Wow.
If
So
I
you
wrote
have
if I wrote worship music, it'd be really good.
then do that. Do that, Emmanuel. And if you don't want to write it, give it to Matthew. I'll write it. Or do write it yourself, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Because it's coming from, like, if I wanted to write those kind of songs, I will write it from a son-father relationship, the relationship you have with him as a son, which a lot of people can relate to because they are adopted children of God.
Yeah.
So if you write it from that dynamic, that posture of father-daughter relationship, father-son relationship, you pull in other people into having a relationship with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll start to write some music. You can ask
Please.
me about it in the future.
Yeah. 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 Do that. So you have to see me relating to your two dads. Do I relate to your two dads differently or
Yeah.
the same?
Yeah. Differently, different flavors and how you love. They've got different love languages.
You're right. You're right. Wow. Are you happy?
Well, God the Father, like Abba has time spent and words of affirmation, and Dad has touch and what's the other one?
Time spent.
Time spent. Yeah.
He loves gifts as well. He loves gifts that are thoughtful.
Yeah.
So it was so good that he was given a wristwatch from the request of Megan because your dad lost wristwatches. So I think he still does that in heaven. That doesn't change, isn't it? So,
Did
but
Megan give him a wristwatch? Did she?
yeah, the angel, Megan's angel. Yeah, Matthew. Oh, so you say things so you don't remember them. Sorry. Yeah. So Ben said, "Thank you, Megan. I received the gift from your angel. Gave me a beautiful wristwatch." So I was like, "Oh my God, the angel knows what is right to give you." Yeah. But if we were to prioritize it, touch will be number one, followed by time spent. Those are the top two. Wow. What is your own love language, Emmanuel?
Words of affirmation
Yeah.
and time spent.
Wow. So you're similar to,
God.
yeah, that's beautiful. Wow. Thank you, son. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mum.
Wow. How are you doing, Vanessa?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm staying out of trouble.
Matthew, vernacular.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I joined your dad's wives in classes, Paul's classes.
Ah, and how are you finding the classes?
Yeah, good. They're teaching some good things.
Lenny,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. How long do they go for? Is it like very long hours?
Uh, they're planned for a year's course.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the goal?
Just a certificate in ministry.
Oh, so is the goal to get closer to God? Is the goal to know more
Know more
about,
about God and know more about how heaven operates.
oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
You're,
they're bringing texts from all the major religions.
so that changes everything, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like doing religious studies at university and learning all the major faiths.
So it keeps it wider,
Yeah.
broader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Vanessa. Hello, Daddy.
Hello, daughter. How are you? Tolu?
How are you as well? Do you find it strange calling me Tolu, Daddy?
Sometimes.
Do you call me Tolu in heaven or you call me the name you gave me? You gave me Tolu as well for like Tolu is my used to be
I'm
my
more comfortable with Tolu. Yeah.
ah. Yet Tolu is my middle name, so my first name is different. But Daddy was so interesting. I was looking at the first name you gave me, which means crown and wealth. That was the name I used to have in our language. So in a way, you could still foresee my future in the name you gave me.
Yeah.
So you call me Tolu. That's good. How are you?
I've been doing good. I'm happy.
Any project?
Just going with my goals to the courses.
You know, yesterday it just occurred to me that how is my younger sister doing? I know I've never spoken to her.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Are you close to her?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm not closed off like Dan. I pay attention to people who are loved ones and family.
Yeah, but you know me and Ben are the same. We've always been like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we're both different.
yeah, it's good. Well, that you've always been family, family, family. But of course, I knew why you were on earth. It impacted you in a negative way as well. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully, we're in heaven. Heaven is different. But you can be doing that for us. Be doing the fellowshipping for us, and we can just focus on what we want to focus on. But that doesn't stop me from having a relationship with my younger sister. So, thank you, Dad. I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
Hello, Mama.
Hello, Tolu. How are you?
I'm doing well.
I was reassuring Matthew last night that don't be concerned about Tolu saying things from time to time that offend you and hurt your flesh. Just know that you're here doing the interviews each day to give her content and to build her up, and your job is to build her up. And it makes sense that if she gives you advice, makes sense to take her advice and do what she says, and just have a lot of grace on her, and don't be
Oh,
offended from time to time, because she's really precious to God. And if you love God, she's there to make God happy. And if she busts out or says different things that aren't as nice as you think they should be, just tolerate her and have grace on her, because your job is
wow.
to hold her hands up.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Mama. We need you. What can we do without you? I love you. You've just become like my mom.
Well, I'm Ben's mum.
Oh, yeah. We both need mom. So thank you for being our mom.
Yeah. We love your cooking, me and Bob.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I
We
wish I
never
know what I'm cooking.
we never used to eat hot food on earth, but we've learned to eat hot food in heaven because of you.
Oh, thank you. Hot food are nice. My children, they love hot food, but of course I don't cook it for them all the time. But when I cook it, they love it. They appreciate it. Oh, that's good. So that means I've changed your taste bud.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Mama. I'm so glad I have this relationship with you. It goes a long way. Matthew is such an important person in my life, even though I'm always I'm always chastising them, but it just needs to be chastised. Just needs someone to speak the truth into him. Because Matthew always has reasons for things, and the reasons always feels right. You know that, Mama? It feels right. Like calling you on phone, telling you, my life was this because you had this relationship with dynamic with me. I'm like, even though somebody said it, but what has happened in your life cannot just be as a result of that. It's like you're pushing that responsibility to somebody else.
Yeah.
There might be an element of truth there, but you contributed something to that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the tendency I notice in Matthew. He knows us to shift the blame to something else, and he stands away from that blame, thinking, no, it's independent of me. It's not. That's the cause. And I'm like, no, Matthew. All this bullshit, I'm gonna call them out. You might be angry till tomorrow. I don't care. I will say what I've got to say to make you a better man for your wives. Don't you think he needs to be a better man for his wives?
Yeah. It's okay to lose.
Who is saying it's okay? Is it Mama or Matthew?
Matthew didn't take that too well.
And yeah, I know.
Just,
I don't. Yeah, it doesn't take things too well, but he just has to take it. So thank you, Mama. I love you. So Matthew, we quickly go through your wives.
no, past today.
Let's go to Tiffany.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, Tiffany. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Matthew wrote me a song today.
Yeah, I was surprised, and the lyrics are good
Yeah, he went
because
through it 3 times.
yeah, because I told. Did you hear when I was telling him yesterday that he just writes things without checking, and then he just sends it to me that you need to spend some time on it.
Yeah.
So when
He
I
did
saw the
his best to
lyrics,
make it as good as he could.
yeah, I could see the changes. Matthew, you're growing. I love that. Yeah, but the lyrics was so much better today. I love it.
He
Yeah.
listens to you, Tolu, even though he mightn't admit it.
But I'm always in you guys' corner.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think do you think your audience will tolerate multiple wives on your channel? Matthew's just
I
a,
don't.
Matthew's just a bit worried about
Why
being.
is Matthew worried when we say a lot of things on this channel that it shouldn't be said anyway?
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
understand?
was just worrying him because he's gonna make a playlist of his wife's songs. Yeah.
If you want to
What?
put it like that, put it like that.
Yeah, well, you can
Don't you
do it on
see?
your channel. Yeah,
Yes, I will.
yeah,
Or if you just want to, I could just say Matthew's companions chance and what do you call it? Matthew's companions in heaven.
yeah,
Wherever. But I don't think about what other people think. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I've grown past that. And Matthew has been so bold with the way he has approached the things of God. Even before I met him, that I couldn't even think he'll be worried about this one.
yeah. Just didn't want to bring your channel into disrepute.
Uh, in what way? So that people cannot listen to it anymore?
One of the people that co-manages your channel thinks he's got 13 wives. He's pretty crazy.
Well, the day I start thinking like that, that is the day I stop being useful for God. I don't care about what people are coming in here, whether they love it or they don't love it. I'm not writing it to them.
Yeah.
It's to bless Matthew's heart, and probably you guys will love it in heaven listening
Do,
to you.
do you like the lyrics? Do you think
Oh,
you'll?
yes. I love the lyrics. I love the lyrics. So, Matthew, I give you mark on that because when you don't do what I say, that one you got. If I was to score you, 90%. So well done. That's distinction. So you could put that same attitude into the rest.
Yeah.
So what you just doing? Why are you looking at that? Look at where Matthew's looking.
Well, I went through the lyrics 3 times.
Oh, you have to. Because that's Matthew. Do you know how many hours I spend? Some of the songs, one round, I'm happy. Some of them I'm still there 4 hours. One song. It can be quite frustrating. And 4 hours is probably nothing to me because, nothing to a lot of people because a lot of people have to spend months producing one song. So if I'm spending 4 hours, but 4 hours is a lot for me to spend on one song. I don't want to spend more than 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm done. So yes, Matthew, you just have to put in a lot of what do you call it?
Time. Yeah.
Time. A lot of time.
He didn't make all the lines rhyme, but he did the best words he could, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. I can always do that for him. But I just wanted him because I noticed that sometimes when Matthew sends me lyrics, it's like dump. It's like you're dumping information without thinking about how this is going to play out as a song.
Yeah.
So, but I just wanted to help him grow in that side. Just like I feel that he's been stuck in his relationship with God, still calling him God almost 3 years for me was like, no, Matthew, by now you should have evolved to something else. So yeah, so I just loved the fact that it's putting more time and more effort into this. So he can do that as well moving forward in everything he does.
Yeah.
What makes something good is because of the effort you put on that thing.
Yeah.
Not like, but that's how Matthew has grown. Matthew just goes on YouTube, puts it on, and whatever the Holy Spirit says, he says it. That's how he's always preached his messages. But if he has given more time into those messages, they will even be so much, much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was important to him, so he wanted to do a good job.
Yeah. So you will have a different playlist for you. And then I'll just call it.
You might have to go to the song on Matthew's playlist to get the Bethany song on your playlist.
No. You can get that one. I think I have it. I have it actually, because when we started the channel, we moved all the songs on the channel. Yeah. So I've got Bethany's song on the first playlist we created. So I have it. So if you want me to move it into that, I could move it into that playlist for you. And who else have you written for? You've written for another and Corinne. I did the Corinne one, so I can move Corinne one as well. Then Tiffany and then you could just play you just makes you happy, Matthew.
Yeah. I'll do one a day. I'll try and do one a day.
Yeah. That was why I suggested, isn't it? I said if you do one a day in 2 weeks, you will have covered it all.
Yeah.
So work at your own pace. Yeah. So are you looking forward to that song, Tiffany?
Yeah, I am. I really love Matthew. In some ways, not in person when we're in person, we're lovely together, but in some ways, from this distance, he's a little intimidated by me. He can appreciate how Ben was intimidating because I was really powerful and I was really wealthy and I controlled men and had power over men and so he's a little intimidated. But when he's in person with me, we're really lovely together. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I'm intimidated by God?
No.
Do you think I'm intimidated by Ben?
No, because you love him. You respect him.
Yeah. And because he's always been my husband. But people that were close to us then find him intimidating. Yeah. Do you find him intimidating?
I find that part of him admirable, and it's easy to love.
Yeah. Because
he's really confident, really sure of himself.
Yeah. Exactly, which is a good thing.
He's got the character of a billionaire.
Yeah, that is how he carries himself, Tiffany.
yeah,
You got it. Because it wasn't about what was materializing in his life, but it was about what he's been told he is.
yeah,
So he hung on to that and carried himself that way,
yeah.
irrespective of whatever is in his
You
account.
know, I've spent time, I've slept with billionaires, and I've taken companies off billionaires, and he's just like one of those men.
Yeah, he is. I agree. Wow. Thank you, Tiffany. Can you say, Matthew, it's good to speak to your wife? That, like, you get so much joy from
Yeah,
speaking to your wives, Matthew,
yeah,
and you know them much better, so that you can write a good lyrics for them that
mm,
actually suit them more.
yeah,
So sometimes it might be difficult, but just bear it because you enjoy this phase.
yeah.
I'm always looking forward to part two. It really blesses me because we both live a lonely life, Matthew. We hang on to these messages. I can't go to cyber friend because what will a cyber friend do for me?
No,
We don't have anything in common. So, Victoria, how are you?
yeah, I'm good, Tolu. I'm the next cab off the rank. It's either me or Ruth. Probably Ruth will get the next song.
Matthew, who were you thinking of for the next song?
He's got a special shine for Ruth. Uh, so
Okay.
so it's simply because when Billy left, she ran to him like he saw her actually run.
Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow,
She
wow.
she she acts like a battered woman.
Wow.
She's emotionally abused.
Wow, 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 wow. And do you know what? I'm sorry, Victoria, but this happened a lot in the church. Majority of those men are narcissistic
Yeah,
in the way they treat their wives. And then they present God to you as if they are the best. They don't even know what it is to be a husband. They need to go and learn.
yeah. But I look forward to my song too.
Oh, Matthew, Matthew will keep going through it one by one. It's Tiffany today. We'll see who is tomorrow. We'll see, and then we just and I will try and prioritize it because it is you guys. Because sometimes when Matthew sends me things, I just put it in my inbox till I'm ready for it. So I've got two songs that he sent me 3 days ago from Ben and Papa that I'm gonna sort out. Then I will sort out the Tiffany one. And which one again did you send? You sent one again? Your two fishes and loaves. I've not forgotten, Matthew.
Yeah,
Even if I've not done it, I've got a good memory. I remember. So I've got it stored somewhere in my brain that don't forget Matthew's song is still waiting for you. Yeah. I've just got this daily thing. I always want to write song that I need to write for that day. Then I can start working on yours. But don't worry, I'll work on your wife's one. I know how special that is for you. I
yeah.
will do that. Yeah. So should we say hello to Ruth as well then?
Oh yeah.
Speak to Ruth.
Hello, Tolu. How are you?
I'm good.
You're a good mama. You know, you're a good mama bear for all of us. You got a lot of wisdom for a young child.
Oh, thank you.
You're very good to Matthew. You're very good to the people that you talk to. You're very humble and gracious. And I've never known anyone, and I've known a lot of people. I've met a lot of people. I've never known anyone to have as many questions as you.
Wow.
And it's very rare for me to find anyone led by the Spirit clearer than you know, able to discern spirits, you know, that's your ability of telling who's speaking is discernment of spirits. You can discern Matthew's spirit on something or the saint's spirit, and you can discern spirits, you know. From time to time, Satan's spirit has come to speak through Matthew, and he's been masquerading as a saint when
Yeah.
God was telling you to start writing the new wine songs. And you know, when you really think about it, your songs about your husband and God were the new one.
Exactly.
He's telling you to go and write something different to what was
Absolutely.
actually he talking about. And
Yeah.
so you got to watch Matthew. He's just a vessel. And I really appreciated the fact that you said Michael was the vessel that brought that revelation, and he needs to be honored and celebrated for that
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
heart and given recognition for that, because the Holy Spirit can be behind anything, and it's a
Absolutely.
good thing that the Holy Spirit is behind everything. But you know, the vessel gets the recognition, like Isaiah the prophet gets the recognition for the book of Isaiah,
Absolutely.
not the Holy Spirit. You know,
No.
Peter the apostle gets recognition for 1 Peter, saying to Peter where it says that false prophets will come in and take all your money. He gets the recognition for saying that, not the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
People deserve their recognition, and
They do.
I respect that you don't accept recognition yourself. You've got no real interest in knowing that you've got a crown and you're the queen, and but your only priority is to be the people's queen and to be there for the
Absolutely.
people. And
Absolutely.
so when God is out with you, you know, when you're at restaurants and stuff, many people approach you or they don't have the courage so much to approach God, but when they approach you and talk to you, God chips in and has things to say to them and stuff. They appreciate it. People are, they love God, but they're a little intimidated by his authority. And and it's the same with you and Ben. People approach you and they're a little intimidated by Ben, and but Ben chips in and spends time with the people too. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's a good feedback for me. Yes, because I feel when I was speaking to God and God was saying, it's not Michael, it's the vessel. Like I sensed that time that it is Matthew, not God.
yeah,
Because God loves the vessel to say, and that was why I rebuffed that back. That no, because I knew that was not God there.
yeah,
And what God has told me at the beginning of this journey, like the first time God ever appreciated me when we started God's last time, and he said, Tolu, thank you so much for that. What did I say? I give you the glory. I can never forget, because that's what we do in church, Ruth. You know that.
yeah,
We give God the glory. We don't want to take the glory. And God said, I've got enough glory, Tolu. I am saying that to you, and I want you to receive it. Do not give that glory back to me. So yes, it's like Michael could have decided not to say. There are things that come to my mind that I don't say. And even though I might know that it's coming from the Holy Spirit, but I would still keep it. I would withhold that information. So does that mean the Holy Spirit is going to force it out of my mouth? No. So like the vessel needs to get that glory as well. It's not just Holy Spirit getting that glory, because even people just say Holy Spirit, but people don't even have relationship with Holy Spirit.
yeah,
So it means nothing. It's just a way of shifting the appreciation from that person.
yeah.
I do that a lot as well.
You've got a really strong, real defined discernment of the Spirit's gift.
I've always been like that even before we started this. I've always been able to sense things, and that usually helped me to be more careful. Even though as close as Ben was with God, I can sense things more than he could when it comes to a lot of things that have to happen in our day-to-day life, I could sense it like, no, Ben, I don't think that one is right. So yes, being careful for me, that's what I've learned, that carefulness is so much more important than being prayerful.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they're just not careful. They're careless with what they say, with how they carry themselves. Because if you say the wrong thing to the wrong people, like so many times, Matthew will put something on Facebook, say, Matthew, go remove it. Fast. Go remove it. It's not right. Because these people that you're putting these messages for, they will not understand what you're trying to put there. It's just like going on Facebook and putting Jesus and Mary Magdalene wed today, and it was so beautiful, and they kissed themselves for 10 minutes. Ruth, do we need that information? Excellent. So you just need to be wise with what you say, with how you say it. So thank you so much for that feedback, Ruth. I really appreciate it. But I'm glad you now have Matthew as your husband, and I hope you're enjoying. He's treating you well.
It's between night and day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I'm very responsive to physical and touch, and
Yeah.
he's extremely good at that. And I really love words of affirmation, and
He's good at that
you
as
can't
well.
even have a conversation with him without him giving you a compliment. Yeah, constantly picking up things that you say or do and saying that's really good. And
Wow.
so I really wish he was the world's evangelist and I had been his wife.
Because that was his desire as well. He wanted to be. He wanted to be a word evangelist, isn't it? But God needed someone to do this.
Yeah.
Because everyone
God,
wants to have the big platform.
God needed someone to be his friend.
Yeah. And that was Matthew's calling. That was Ben's calling. I've not met any other person that got that specific ministry of just being God's friend. So, and God takes away everything from them. It took career away from Ben. It took business away. Took just to get his attention. He did the same thing for Matthew to get his attention. He almost did the same thing to me as well. He knew that there was one thing I couldn't joke with that could distract me. That's my husband. So he took that away to get the job done.
Yeah. It's a sad thing, but it's a good thing for heaven.
Yeah, it is, because how will God? Because now that I see now, I would rather be a widow for this. If it saves God, because I never knew that God was in that condition.
No one knows that, Tolu. That's why Matthew's pretty much lost all his respect for prophets on earth because they can't even hear from God.
No, they can't. They don't know what is happening.
They're putting words
Gabriel was
in
telling,
God's mouth.
yeah, I was telling Gabriel some of the things today, and Gabriel was like, Tolu, if I was not this close to God in my maturity of heaven, I would just think you are crazy with the things that you're saying. But because I had so many conversations with Emmanuel, with Ben, with my angel, so I can really believe what you're telling me. But no, there's very few people that are like Gabriel.
Yeah.
That will be able to have that level of maturity to discern things. So, but Ruth, why do I need to hold back because other people can't discern what I'm saying?
Well, your
Like,
ministry isn't on earth, your ministry is in heaven.
yeah, thank you, Ruth. So I don't need to care about who sees things or who doesn't see things on earth. My goal is heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been beautiful speaking with you, Ruth. Matty, do you have any question for Ruth?
So, do we go out for dinner very often? You take me out for dinner all the time, Matthew. It's
No.
actually when you come up for about 7 days, you spend lunch and dinner with all of us individually and you take us out.
Wow. Wow. That's beautiful, isn't it? I
Yeah.
love going out for dinner. I love going to restaurant. That's always been one of the favorite things I love doing with Ben. while he was on earth. So it's good to do more of that as well in heaven. So, Matthew, let's quickly go to Bethany. Thank you, Rose. Hello, Bethany.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, Matthew was just remembering my song.
Oh, that song. I love this song. Your song was beautiful. I need to listen to it again because since I've been writing this song, I've not really been able to listen to even the one that Malilia did for me, which Ben wrote, Death Could Not. You know that song?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've not listened to it since I've started this journey of writing songs because I listen to songs so many times in the day in the process of trying to choose which one that at the end of the day you just don't want to listen to music again. Yeah. But how are you, Bethany?
yeah, it's been a long, hard fight to get Matthew to this state, but
It is.
doing a good job in his life.
Yeah, you did. You did. And
Oh,
do you
yeah,
spend
you're doing a good job in his life, I said.
Oh, is that what you're saying? That I am doing a good
Yeah,
job in his life. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bethany. Sometimes I always think I'm too tough on him, but
you
I
are too
just felt
tough on him, but that's Matthew speaking.
because that's what he needs. Because Bethany, Matthew has never actually, Matthew's mom was really soft. Your mom was soft to you, isn't it, Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dad was tough, but you don't you try to block the relationship.
My dad never taught me to do anything.
He never told you to do anything.
Never taught me to do anything.
Okay, so you just have that father-son relationship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you used to run away from your dad. Maybe that's why.
Uh, I did have a good relationship with my dad.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say is betting somebody has to be tough for once in Matthew's life.
Yeah.
I know all you, the wives, you're not tough at him. Of course, you just adore him. So I'm not his wife. So I can just be real with him
Yeah.
because that's my singular job to make him a better person. And I hope I'm making him a better person for you guys.
Yeah. You're doing a good job, Tolu. That's why I thanked you.
I appreciate that. Matthew, do you still want to speak to any wife?
No, I'm fine.
You want to listen to your flesh? Do you want what do you think your spirit is saying? Your flesh is tired, but what is your spirit saying? That to separate them out. It's saying proceed. Let's go. Let's go to Corinth. How are you, Corinth?
Hello, my darling. How are you? You chose me. I got the
Yes.
ability to speak. Matthew's crossing off wives at the moment, but I got the ability to speak forth. He's going to finish this video soon and put on his music and speak to his four wives before 12 o'clock
Oh,
because it's 11:06 and they'll be going to
oh,
bed around about 12 o'clock. So he's been missing them the last 3 days. He's been going to
oh.
bed at 1 or 2 o'clock and they've been asleep. So he's only been speaking to their spirits. And so now he wants to speak to their conscious minds. So you can
Wow.
understand why he wants to shut down the thing. Yeah.
Well, you guys are his wives as well, man. Like,
He can
seriously.
speak to us anytime, and we get to spend time with him in heaven every day. So,
And I don't see any difference between sleeps talking to their spirit and talking to their conscious. It's the
uh,
same.
when when you're talking to a person's spirit, they don't remember, just like you don't remember what happened when you're in
Okay,
heaven.
so okay, I got you. So you want them to be able to remember the conversations
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
Well,
I love you, Tolu, and thanks for pushing for us and loving us. And I've got a special love for you. You know I've got a special love for you because you pour out the special love for me. Even
Oh,
without spending time with me in heaven, you've always shown that you love me.
oh, thank you, Corinne. Wow, thank you. My God, we get to do so many things in heaven, Matthew.
Yeah,
And so I'm conscious of why you need to go now, but which one is next? The Delilah.
yeah.
Hello, Delilah.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Do you want to say something to your husband?
I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'll be looking forward to seeing all the songs that you write for each of us, and I'll be happy to uh, listen to them and love to spend time with them individually and listen to their songs. And I love the fact that you love me and spend time with me and are special to me.
Oh, thank you, Delilah. So, Matthew, I'll continue with the rest tomorrow. I'm sure you're happy now.
Yeah.
So, Jesus, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm especially good, doing well.
Are you going to invite me again to come and say hello to you?
Yeah, you can say hello to me anytime.
Oh, I love you, Jesus. And I miss you.
Yeah,
But I can see you're having fun, Jesus.
yeah, I'm having fun.
I like this Jesus. I like this fun Jesus, not the busy, busy Jesus all the time. So I love you, Jesus. And I love you, Mary Magdalene. Thank you for holding Jesus. Jesus, tomorrow is your day, so don't forget.
Yeah, that's right.
Saturday. Yeah, yeah. So, Holy Spirit, as usual, we always close with you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This was a good interview today. You got a
Yeah,
good revelation.
yeah. Jesus never told me that revelation, even while he was speaking to me on earth.
Yeah. Well, some
Yeah,
things are saved for a special time.
I guess so. I'm getting used to that now. So, thank you, Holy Spirit. I love you.
Yeah, thank you. You're doing